This video is about what I've learned or discovered over the past year of creating a handful of trading strategies every single week. So if you're here expecting to discover a trading strategy idea, then I'm sorry, I'm not going to be doing one today. But what I am going to be doing is sharing those experiences and lessons that I've learned after creating a handful of trading strategies week after week. I've had this YouTube channel since early 2015 and I've been sharing general ideas for trading principles and tips. But in September 2020, I decided to commit to making one video every week, pretty much just sharing trading strategy ideas and essentially just documenting my own work as developing trading strategies as an algorithmic trader. Developing trading strategies is hard. And for those of you guys who are developing your own trading strategies, you already know this. So after creating hundreds of strategies over the past year, I've got a few valuable points I'd like to share with you guys today. I say hundreds of trading strategies because you guys don't get to see all the terrible strategies that I come up with. I generally only share the better ideas with you. And you might say, oh, he's only making one strategy a week. That's only 50 strategies over the year. But in reality, sometimes I can work on 10 different failed ideas each week before I come up with something decent enough worth sharing on this channel. I don't know how many strategies exactly it is, but it's certainly more than 50 and it's well into the hundreds. When planning this video, I came up with about 20 points that I wanted to talk about, but I've whittled them down to about 5 generalized points, and some of the original 20 do overlap anyway. So for the sake of not making this video too long, I'm just going to cover 5 main points I want to share with you. So that's what we're going to talk about first, and then towards the end of the video, I just want to share a couple of struggles or the downsides that I've discovered from making these weekly videos. In no particular order, here we go. Firstly, I've pretty much fallen in love with daily bars, and there's many reasons for this. If you're using daily bars, especially for entries and exits, you'll often be using the close or the open. And that means that you're going to be staying in a trade for a minimum of 1 daily bar, or for Forex that's 24 hours. And that leads to another point, which is the longer you can stay in a trade, the better. Because staying in the trade less than 24 hours, creating a reliable algorithmic strategy is very hard, especially when you need to overcome those trading costs. Another great thing about using daily bars is I've found that the signals tend to be more reliable. And that includes using indicators on the daily bars too. So I find it essentially easier to find an edge using the daily bars rather than intraday, where I found a lot of it can just be market noise. As I mentioned just a minute ago, using daily bars, we're often exiting at the close of the bar. And that's also a very powerful exit for one reason or another, exiting at the end of the session, whether it's using a daily bar strategy, or if you're using an intraday time frame, like a 15-minute time frame, still closing your trade at the end of the session is often a powerful exit. The main reasons that I used to spend more time using intraday bars rather than daily was to increase the number of trades, because it seems logical, doesn't it? If you've got a profitable strategy, then the more that you trade, the more money you're going to make. But that's not always the case. Now I've come to the conclusion that actually I would prefer to trade 5 or 6 daily bar strategies that may only trade once every 2 weeks. I'd rather trade many strategies rather than that one intraday strategy which trades much more. You're probably going to get more reliability and more diversification. So just because a daily bar strategy will only trade 25 times a year, don't disregard it, because used together with a portfolio of similar strategies can work really well. The next point I want to make is the way that I code or program a trading strategy. I used to create much more specific strategies for specific markets and specific time frames, and I'd come up with an idea and I'd test it, and more often than not, then it wouldn't work and I would throw it away and start again. Now, however, I'll create a more universal strategy that works off of bar patterns, for example. Then I can test it on different time frames. I might test it on the hourly, the 4-hourly, the daily chart, and across many different markets. And I can do this very quickly using the software, using multi-charts, and you're bound to find something that works. So just adjusting the way that I come up with the idea and program the strategy helps immensely in this regard. Point number 3 is about exits. My favourite exit, which I learned from Larry Williams, the first profitable close or first profitable open. You've seen me use it many times before. It works extremely well over a number of different shorter term trading strategies. Breakouts, mean reversion. The only time that I wouldn't use it is if it was on a longer term trend following strategy. But exiting when you're in profit just seems to work very, very well, especially combined with a bar delay or a dated delay. Saying, for example, you need to be in the trade for a minimum of 3 days, and then as soon as you're in profit, exit the trade. Point number 4 is I've learned, and I guess I already knew this, is that strategies don't have to be complicated, but what they do have to be is suited to the time frame and the market you're applying them to. A simple mean reversion strategy might work really well on the 4-hour chart of pound dollar, but take that same strategy, apply it to the daily chart, and it might work terribly. That's just an example. You have to test this out. If you're using a mean reversion strategy and it doesn't work on one market and one time frame, try a different market and different time frames. You will find something that works. And on the subject of keeping things simple, I want to mention stop losses. And you'll probably see that 9 times out of 10, I'll use a simple fixed pip stop loss. People can get very hung up on the perfect level for placing of a stop loss, using a certain support or resistance or using an ATR level, but sometimes using a fixed pip stop loss, and the size will change per market, per strategy. You have to test this out, but you'll find something that works really, really well. And the last point that I want to make is stop trying to create perfect backtest. We all love smooth equity curves, but quite often pursuing the best looking backtest does lead to worse performance in real live trading moving forwards. Focusing more on daily bar strategies from intraday strategies has helped me with this. Sure, sometimes the backtests don't look as great, but the real trading replicates that backtest much better than that of the perfect looking backtest. By trading a basket of good enough strategies with good enough backtests is far better, especially if you use 5, 6, 7, 8 uncorrelated strategies. That's going to produce you far better results in real live trading than trading that strategy with the one perfect backtest. So that sums up my 5 fairly long-winded points I wanted to make. There are more, but I had to limit it somewhere. And before I end this video, I just want to briefly discuss some of the struggles or the downsides to committing to make these weekly strategies and these weekly videos. What you see on the channel every week from a video is about a 15-minute video showing a strategy idea which looks like I've come up with, played around with, spent about 30 minutes working on. Well, in reality, my normal strategy videos can take up to 3 days for me to create and film. The content or the strategy ideas being the most time consuming. As I said earlier, quite often I'll come up with an idea, I'll test it, I'll tweak it, try different markets, and then conclude that it doesn't work. And this can be a whole day or 2 wasted because at the end of it I haven't came up with a strategy good enough to share with you guys, because I assume you don't want to be looking at strategies which don't work. You only want to look at the ones which have some sort of promise. And when this happens, I'll often revert back to some solid principles and ideas that I've discovered which will work, and then I can create a strategy and actually come up with a video to post that week. It's frustrating because I've got many weird and wonderful ideas which could end up producing some really decent trading strategies and trading results, but I fear to spend too much time on them for fear of them not working and then not having any content or not being able to produce a video for you guys at the end of the week. So time for me at the moment has been a real struggle. What with coaching clients, doing some programming work and coming up with these strategy videos, my schedule is really, really full. I'd love to have an extra 2 or 3 days a week where I purely spend trying out some of these weird and wonderful ideas that I've got that I don't have enough time to spend testing. I don't want to stop making these regular strategy videos because I think, and sometimes you guys tell me, that you do find them useful. In fact, if you are finding the weekly videos, the weekly strategies helpful, please let me know. Tell me, just drop a little comment in the comments below. Anyway, to round this video off, please take note of the points that I've made earlier in this video. I think I've shared some really valuable information from my experience of creating hundreds of strategies. And if you have any comments or questions about it, then please leave them in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them. And thanks for taking the time to listen today, and I'll see you all in a more regular video next week.